skunk cabbage actually is a warm-blooded plant. What? Yeah, it grows so rapidly that its cell division can raise the temperature, the soil temperature in its area by 40 degrees. 40 degrees. So in the wintertime when this was ice, and we had thick ice here, there were melted areas where the skunk cabbage, because of its cell division, actually it warmed the ice up, and it was protruding out of the snow and ice, and it sends up this flower. I'm going to pick the flower because it's probably been pollinated. This is the flower. Looks like a berry, and it smells like rotted meat. It does. It smells like rotted meat, and its Latin name is like foidides or something like that, which means rotten smell. Rotten smell. And what happens is there are no honeybees, or there are no normal pollinators out during this time of year when this thing flowers. What is around are domestic beetles and dung beetles that will eat meat or anything or attracted to rot. So skunk cabbage is a really good indicator species. Right next to my skunk cabbage, if it's green right now, if you start to see leaves on it, I would say 99% of the stuff that is green and leafing is an invasive species. The first thing you see that's green and leafy in the spring, and the last thing you see that's green and leafy in the fall, are usually the invasive species. This is mustard garlic, and it's an edible, so they say. So skunk cabbage, so they say. I do not recommend eating either one of them. This area, the forest that we're in when I first started here at the university, there was one little clump of it over there. And when the university came here and bulldozed to put in this seep area, they spread it all over. Now it's all over the campus. And it's a super, super invasive species. It will grow 15 feet high every year. So right now, this plant here in October will be 15 feet tall, okay? No animals eat it. Most invasive species animals don't eat, and they don't eat it not because it tastes bad, because they haven't acquired a taste for it yet. After a couple of generations of nibbling on it, maybe some animal will eat it. Okay, but right now nothing eats it, and it's not competing with anything, and that's why it's an invasive species. Nothing competes. Every once in a while the yellow jackets move in there, but almost always there's mice living in here. And this is a mouse nest, but they're not home right now. I just felt in their nest, and they're not home right now. And it's a shame because they're cute. They're white-footed deer mice, and when we talk about deer ticks, deer mice are the main vector for Lyme's disease. Wherever you have disturbed areas, disturbed agricultural land or construction sites, those areas are where you're going to have more deer mice. And the higher the deer mice population, the higher the incidence of Lyme's disease. If you've never had Lyme's disease, it's a wonderful treat. You know, it really is. It's the worst headache you've ever had, the highest fever you'll ever get, and then you have neurological and arthritic complications for the rest of your life. Yeah. I've had it twice, and it's a blast. But for this, they did a really great job of destroying the stump. Now, they started the construction project on this about 5 years ago? Well, 2 years ago? And that's when this tree basically was stumped. And the termites have, in 2 years, had their way with it.